Welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy, and I got a spicy little brew from Patreon subscriber Avocado, the very same Avocado who brought us Didgeridoo Doomsday. So we know we're in for a treat here. This is No Minsk and Lukka. The No being Natural Order, the Minsk being Minsk and Boo, and the Lukka being Lukka, Copper Coat, Outcast. This is kind of just a stompy deck, like Gruul aggro, with some big idiots in it. The goal is, of course, to get a big idiot into play and do it quickly. We've got the full 8 mana dorks in the form of Delighted Halfling and Ignoble Hierarch. Delighted Halfling extra sicko because it makes Minsk and Boo and Lukka both uncounterable. And I guess technically we could cast Atraxa in this deck. It'll probably come up if you play enough games. Allosaurus Shepherd also makes green cards uncounterable. That's the Minsk and the Natural Order. Just a little toolbox of 1-drops here. And the goal is to get a giant creature down quickly. We know Minsk and Boo can just win a game on its own. Minsk, boo up, boo up, boo up, blast you. You're out of life points, GG. However, Natural Order can grab Atraxa, who can refill your hand and be a big 7/7 in the meantime. Lukka, Coppercoat, Outcast. This is a card that partially defined the standard format it was legal in. A bunch of cards got banned out of the Lukka Fires deck. I played that deck one time. It was during an arena open, and I won $1,000. That was pretty cool. 3 red Planeswalker comes in on 5. The plus is exile the top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards exiled this way gain. You may cast this card from exile as long as you control a Lukka Planeswalker. -2, exile target creature you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's the important one. Maybe we plus sometimes. We're never going to -7. Creature with higher mana value. All of the creatures in this deck, except for Dryad Arbor, watch out for that one. You don't want to look at a Dryad Arbor because you will end up with a 1-drop, most likely. But the Orcish Lumberjack, the Allosaurus Shepherd, and all the mana dorks cost the same. To find something that costs more, we need Atraxa or Emrakul. And that's pretty much the whole deck. We've got 4 Chrome Mox, a bunch of Lotus Petals, 4 Ancient Tomb, City of Traders. On top of all the mana dorks, we're trying to get to 4 mana quickly and then convert on it. The Shepherd and the Halfling are in the shell to make counterspells worse. And there's not much more to say about this. Let's get into it. 3-for-1 Trading is having a Black Friday sale that runs Wednesday, November 22nd through Monday, November 27th. Their online store has a fantastic selection of high-end Magic cards, especially for vintage, legacy, and old-school players. There are special sales each day during the promotion. Sign up at shop.341trading.com to be the first to know when their Black Friday specials start and when new sale items go online. I'm on the draw against a Yorion deck. This Lumberjack gives me a turn 2 Emrakul. I am just going to run with that. As you use the Taiga to play Orcish Lumberjack. Next turn you float a red, sack for red, play your land, that's 5. And came here to force check and chew bubblegum. Okay, there is not a basic mountain in the deck, and that's okay. I don't think that there should be. Just determining if I could play around Wasteland, if I even care. Orcish Lumberjack is in. They are a blue Yorion deck of some kind. Force of Will is live. Every removal spell there is live. They went all the way to their turn before fetching. And Basic Plains was their decision. March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. Happens. I got more where that came from, don't worry. Drawing Atraxa sucks ass, but it's fine. I'm gonna re-Lumberjack. I said turn 2 Emrakul. It's turn 2 Emrakul or Atraxa, actually. Basic Plains, Basic Island probably would not happen out of a 5-color Yorion deck. I am interested to see what this actually is. Polluted Delta, Basic Swamp, and Recruiter of the Guard. Okay. What are we tutoring for? Please not Solitude. It's Solitude. Okay. Bummer. And they're sending it right away. All right. Well, I mean, I am happy for that at least. Lukka does target the sacrifice, or the exile is not part of the cost. They could have just waited for me to commit 5 mana to this situation and then BTFO'd me, but they're really scared of what's happening, and I don't blame them. It's potentially scary. At this point, my plan is Lightning Bolt your creature, and step fetch Stride, Arbor, untap, natural order for Atraxa. We have put them in the position that they needed to have the answer twice, and they did, and now we're up to 4 mana where they're going to need an answer again. And if the response to Orcish Lumberjack was Tutor Solitude, then pitch a card to it, it seems like they probably don't have another good answer right away. Just holding on to my Lightning Bolt here. I don't need to answer this Recruiter or the Guard right away. Stoneforge Mystic, I do need to answer. Well, I don't need to, but I'm going to. They've got 1 card left in their hand that I don't know about, plus this Caldra. End step, Lightning Bolt this Stoneforge, and fetch Dryad Arbor. I do need to do this now, briefly expose it to removal, because I need the mana out of it this turn. And I mercifully did not draw the other Atraxa, so there is still a hit in the deck. They can't force blue card here. Atraxa, make it happen. I've got Delighted Halfling for creatures, Beseiju for a land, and would I rather have Zenith? Yes, because I'm out of natural order targets. Zenith is a better sorcery. Okay, Beseiju is an answer to a Caracas, and then we're chilling. Just gotta hope that this Atraxa can get over the finish line. Swords of Plowshares immediately. They clearly just drew that, or it would have happened already. Recruiter's getting in. They can put Yorion in hand if nothing else here. And they just revealed their last card, so they can Yorion Flicker Recruiter next turn. Disappointing. Can I draw the Lightning Bolt? Chrome Mox, what do you do? There's probably just some combination of natural order, or Zeniths that I fire off here, get like 2 Halflings or something, and pass the turn. Not really where I want to be, but I can Emrakul them in the future. I could just play Lukka and plus now. I'm actually going to do that. Play Beseiju, play Chrome Mox, and I think I pitch a Halfling for this. Or no, I can play Halfling more easily next turn. Okay, Lukka, get in there, and then I'm going to plus, and hope I don't exile my Emrakul. 3 cards exiled, none of them were creatures. Perfect. Just how we drew it up. We did not draw up this deck to exile creatures with Lukka. That's actually true. Putting a damage on Lukka here. Unfortunately, this Yorion getting a Solitude does answer Emrakul. She does not have haste, and we don't get the extra turn trigger when she just comes into play. Needed to be way over the top of where we are right now currently. Here's the Recruiter. I'd be surprised if anything other than Solitude would be considered here. Ooh, Urtai Resurrected. Destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Well, alright. That one plays. What can I do this turn? I can play a Halfling, Zenith for a Halfling. I'm going to start with a fetch land. If they destroy my Emrakul, she's at least back in the deck. This is better than Solitude in that regard. Emrakul shuffles back in, and I draw a card. Alright, Delighted Halfling, please become an Emrakul the Aeon Storm. There it is. And I'm going to Zenith for 1 and grab another Halfling here. This is a 1/2 blocker for Recruiter of the Guard. A potential exile to flip Emrakul back in. And it's my closest chance to casting Atraxa, which I'm still very far away from. The deck's core colors are just not even... Atraxa is 4 colors, and half of the colors that the deck is not one of them. Oh, I drew a Bolt. That's actually a good card. Lukka's going to die to Yorion here, and then I got to start making my way around here with the Hardcast Atraxa business. Oh, still 1 short. Yeah, I'm missing 1 color here. My life total is high. I think I just Bolt Urtai, or I'm going to block the Recruiter and see if they have a flicker for this. I'm just going to pass priority on it. Just put that in the graveyard, please. They had Ephemerate or some variant thereof. Oh no! They got me good. Okay. My Halfling citizens are gone. Which actually is way worse than they even know. They're probably pretty stoked that they got anything out of that exchange, whereas I'm actively stranded with this Atraxa over here. Alright, I'm good. I did successfully fire Atraxa and Emrakul into play here, and they successfully parried both. We're not really built to have a fourth wave. Or just some sort of blue-white mess. I like Sylvan Safekeeper a lot. Target creature gains Shroud, just protect my Emrakul. I don't think I cut Allosaurus Shepherd, even though they did not really seem to be doing counter spells, but we did see Urtai at the very least. I think I just turned City of Traders into Sylvan Safekeeper and send the same deck back in. The Lightning Bolt mana hand is not going to do it. Mulligan that. This is multiple Lightning Bolts against their creature deck. I don't think this is good. I'm going to mulligan it. Okay, here we go. Keep this, and I just have to figure out what the cuts are. Lotus Petal, I don't need, and Ancient Tomb gives me Minsc and Boo on turn 3, even if they remove everything up to that point. Lumberjack lets me test them on turn 2. I really hate bottoming at Zenith. I could bottom the Foothills and Zenith for Dryad Arbor, which also sets up a turn 2 Minsc and Boo. Same as Lumberjack. Maybe I bottom the Lumberjack and just test if I can do it on turn 2, and then test if I can do it on turn 3. Checks out to me. Zenith for 0. Have to do this off of Taiga, or else I won't have red for Minsc and Boo. We've seen March of Otherworldly Light in their deck, which is super annoying against creature lands. 1 white, see you later. It's like Swords to Plowshares. Build your own Swords to Plowshares in Legacy, where you're already allowed to do that. Okay. Force check. We're in there. Alright, big Booberry. Get it done. Splat. Okay, pretty good turn 2. Correct as fuck. Pretty bad. And now we're just flooding into crap. And the sacrifice on Minsc is not part of the cost. They could bounce my Boo in response. I'm going to plus the Minsc, because that's all I can do. Flipping Caracas. What a card. I need a Boseiju now. Do I play around Opposition Agent? No. I can't play around anything. I'm just going to do everything that would be the best if it worked. All right, immediately bouncing Boo before combat even happens. Well, there's that card. Also bricked by Caracas. Also just in my hand. I'm about to lose my Dryad Arbor to some flash creature. Bowmaster, what do we got? Why didn't that happen, like, earlier? That's really interesting. What if I used this mana? What if I cast Natural Order? A card you've seen in my deck. I guess I will give myself one more turn to draw a Boseiju, and then I'll just get out of here. 2 damage coming in on Minsc and Boo. Lavinia, okay. That doesn't matter. I got lots of lands. Boo gets bounced immediately. And Natural Order. Ugh. I guess any green card or any green creature I draw puts Atraxa into play, but Atraxa would then have to find the Boseiju. I keep drawing just well enough to not be able to concede, even though I'm definitely losing. 5 damage onto Minsc and Boo. Minsc. Immediately Caracas it. And green creature? Lightning Bolt. I'm good here. I don't need to take every miserable draw step. I'm on to the next round. This, not that, like, I think our deck is a meta breaker or anything, but this particular matchup with Solitude, a full gamut of white removal spells, including March of Otherworldly Light on top of Swords to Plowshares, plus being a naturally favored Caracas deck because you're a Yorion looping pile anyway. Tough matchup for our silly deck in round 1. The official BoshNRoll Island Ponder Keep shirt is now available for pre-order through Coalesce Apparel and will release in early December. These will sell out and take time to restock. The holidays are coming up fast. Place your pre-orders for yourself and the BoshNRoll fans in your life today. Coalesce is the best Magic apparel on the market, with awesome new designs coming out all the time. Use code BoshNRoll at checkout for 10% off your order at coalesceapparel.shop. I'm on the play with a hand that does not function. I'm going to mulligan. Okay, here we go. That's a more like it. I'm definitely keeping both the lands, and I think I send the Lumberjack and lean on the halflings here. Opponent kept 7. Let's see how ready they are for my delighted halfling. It's on the stack. I even look like a real legacy deck right now. Live in Fear. Windswept Heath. Basic Plains. Prismatic Ending. Yep, removal spells. My only weakness, removal spells. Okay, re-halfling. Windswept Heath decks usually have Wasteland in them. I'm just trying to play around that as much as I can. Swords of Plowshares. Relentless pummeling from the opponent here. And a Zenith for 0. I'm so jealous. I'm not going to fetch my Dryad Arbor here. That just gives it a whole turn where it has to sit around. Zenith for another halfling is pretty sweet here. Just keep them coming. Surely they'll run out of removal eventually. Flagstones. Green-White Depths confirmed. Sylvan Library. And Zenith for 1. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. I am actually not going to fetch here. I would rather the opportunity to cast Lukka than discard the Dryad Arbor for sure. This deck has Karakas in it. I can put them on Find It or Die. I guess Lukka might still be Atraxa anyway. Interesting. Okay, I will cast Lukka. The plus possibly being able to reload is not nothing to me. Maybe I'm actually supposed to natural order for Atraxa here, and then if there's a lightning bolt in the mix, I can bolt the Reclaimer, and then I actually am playing the game for real. There's 3 bolts in the deck, and I look at 1/5 of the deck. I'm like, roughly 50-50 to hit a bolt there. Do I think that's better? I think the high roll of possibly hitting Emrakul here and putting them instantly in check is worth it. Heck yeah. And I get to cast Lukka in Legacy. Though once again, we're against a Karakas deck. Goodbye, Delighted Halfling. Emrakul's in. Okay, they have their cards in their hand, plus the Sylvan Library activation, plus crop rotation. They have a lot of hits to find our Karakas here, but I just hope they don't. How about that? They did not take any extra cards. They played a land. And they have crop rotation. Fuck me. And then they can even fetch with Windswept Heath, and that gives them 3 lands, which is enough to kill Lukka, and dead. Avocado, when I was sent the deck, did specify Karakas as a stress point for the deck, and that's fine. Like, we have a bunch of Besejus in the list, kind of have a plan for it. Sylvan Safekeeper is kind of a plan for it. It's a shame we've immediately paired into 2 dedicated Karakas decks. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. We don't need Allosaurus Shepherd in this matchup. And I feel like 4 is a lot of Chrome Mox for something that might get grindy here. Yeah, here's the problem with Chrome Mox. There's just not even a card to pitch to it. I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna keep this and bottom one of the Lukkas. Taiga, Lumberjack. If I Lotus Petal the other Lumberjack, if they Wasteland me, I'm good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Lotus Petal the other Lumberjack. There you go. Here's some Lumberinos. Wasteland. That works. Please don't also have Mox Diamond. Son of a biscuit. Can't catch a break around here. Please cast some card I don't care about. Alright, Zenith for Dryad Arbor. This actually doesn't even make 4 mana because I don't have the original one. Yeah, I just didn't even count that correctly. Oh, attack for 2. Yeah, this is only 4. Whoopsie. Oh, Yavimaya is fun for my Lumberjacks. But now that they get to untap once, I was really hoping to just turn 2 them. Oh, Gaddock Teague, I can't win. Perfect. Yeah, literally can't play any of the cards in my deck that matter anymore. I can Lightning Bolt the Gaddock Teague. Lotus Petal. Nice of you to show up the turn after. You would have been helpful. I guess I just pass here. Gotta find a Lightning Bolt. It is my instinct to concede, but I also want to try to give Avocado's deck as much of a chance as I can here. Ramneb Excavator. That card's annoying. Wasteland. Right, I do have basics I can fetch, but if I draw the bolt, I'm on the hook. Zenith. Can't play that one. Hey, Gaddock Teague. Not on the list of shit that I can't beat when I was given the deck. Though, it is still true. Reclaimer. Now they can access Karakas at will. Wasting my Windswept Heath. Might as well. You got infinite Wastelands. and Bajuka Bog just for good measure. In case I'm playing Hooting Mandrills or something. Remnant Excavator's getting in. Okay, technically have to keep playing here, though now the Reclaimer is a second layer of trouble. Okay, so they just have Meryl Age here. Last chance to draw a relevant card forever. That's not it. Alright, GG. Let's play against a deck that doesn't have Karakas in it next round, please. This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks. And groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there. On the play in round 3 with a double jack hand, I'm going to mulligan this. I need something to do here. Okay, I will keep this and put the Atraxa on the bottom. If I draw any non-artifact card, I have a turn 2 uncounterable Minskin-Boo. Delighted Halfling, get in. And my hand can answer Karakas, essentially, importantly. Another white deck. Come on, any card. That's a card. Okay. Taiga. Chrome Mox. I do 1,000,000% think that Minskin-Boo is the safer and better plan than trying to hold out for Lukka here. Especially with the Boseiju in my hand, ready to answer Karakas against this Flagstones of Trocare deck that 100% plays it. Bayou. Alright, we got some Abzan. Ooh. I was going to say Maverick, but they don't play Mox Diamond. What's going on over there? Abzan Depths. Just the Selesnya Depths with Bowmaster. I'm not going to try to draw cards into this Bowmaster. I'm just going to send it with the 7/7. Try to reduce my opponent's life total to 0. They did not crop rotate. Alright, pass the turn. I didn't attack with Halfling because Bowmaster just eats it in combat. Endurance. Alright, yep. Would have eaten that one too. Okay. My Minskin-Boo is going to take 3 damage here. Not going to block with Halfling. And let's try to get over the finish line right now. Wasteland, don't care. Float a red, make him think. Sylvan Library, that's not going to help. So from here, they need crop rotation, I guess. If I attack first, I can put them to 2 and then try to fling. Like if they have snuff out here. I guess I get blown out by that anyway, but if they're at 2, they can't snuff out. Fatal Push is the one that stabilizes and I lose my Minskin-Boo for no reason. Oh, if I just attack with both creatures, I beat Fatal Push too. Okay. Attack with both creatures. Because the attack puts them to 1. And then I can throw the Halfling at them. Crop rotation, there it is. The bane of my existence. And if I had left Halfling back, I could have blocked Endurance and just got back to work with Minskin-Boo. Instead, I am just losing. Though, I mean, it's so free to kill this thing, it's very silly to leave it in play, but if they think this is under control with Karakas, maybe they'll spend their mana somewhere else, and I'll get to sneak some, or spend their damage somewhere else, and I'll get to sneak one in. I have not played against this many white Karakas decks in my last 5 leagues combined. Sometimes the world knows. Please outsmart yourself. Nope, just deleting the powerful Planeswalker. Fair enough. And everything beat there except for crop rotation. Remnant Excavator, cool. Now, like, destroying Karakas doesn't even matter. Come on, Dex. Give me a break. Alright, you got me. This does feel like the universe just showing up and being like, you know this fun idea you have? Not allowed. Cut it out. I'll hear nothing of it. Turn 2 uncounterable Minskin-Boo? Nope. You're paired into a matchup that can beat that easily. Dumbass. That's what the world is saying to me right now. I have a Halfling hand that has turn 2 natural order. I'll keep. And I have my 1 piece of interaction that the deck is allowed to play. And Delighted Halfling's on the stack, pass the turn. It sucks so bad just knowing that a Karakas or crop rotation at any point just completely bricks this start. I definitely... Oh, this Halfling doesn't even cast natural order. Okay, there's some additional tension in the mana base here. Halfling is great with Lukka, sucks with natural order. This would be better as a noble hierarch in that world. It was nice of my opponent to take a turn off from pummeling me into the hell. I'm gonna lightning bolt their Dryad Arbor, then attack for 1. Heck yeah, got in there. No flawless victory today. Fetching with Windswept Teeth. Elvish Reclaimer. And Swords of Plowshares. Sit down and shut up, is what they said. Another halfling. Okay. I will put it into play. And they're bashing with Reclaimer, which means they're not worried about finding Karakas here, which means they already have a way to get it. Or they have a more powerful 2 or 3 mana thing to do. Zenith for 1. Another Reclaimer. Oh no, this stupid Delighted Halfling. Sylvan Safekeeper was the solution here. I can still draw a land this turn. Alright. I'm not dead yet. I'm going to natural order for Atraxa. I need her to come up with a forest. Okay, there's a Taiga. Lukka is my planeswalker. Lotus Petal is my artifact. Lumberjack's my creature. Or, nope. Ignoble Hierarch is my creature. Taiga is my land. Done. Taiga, Petal. At Moment of Truth, Sylvan Safekeeper. Can we give this green-white depth player a taste of their own medicine? We're in there. And I think I should be firing the Ignoble off the Lotus Petal as well. Okay. The sideboard tech has arrived. Let's see if it's good enough. Fetching in the end step. Bayou. I am prepared to delete all of my permanents to protect my creatures here. Crop rotation. This is tap, opponent sacrifices their worst land. Deal. Okay. Give Atraxa Shroud. With the Ignoble's help, I am bashing for 8 a turn. This is a 2-turn clock. And I have enough lands to sacrifice to get over the hump in that time. Gadok Teague, okay. We've learned that guy's pretty good, but luckily, I've already presented my problem for them. I think I just keep playing Taigas out. 8 lifelink, half your life total. Can I get the other half next turn? Did we do it? They're trying to bounce Atraxa again. I've got 3 more lands to protect her with. Okay, we did it. Sideboard tech protected me from Karakas. And now we gotta win game 3 on the draw. Still don't have any other sideboard I would bring in here. In we go. They said in chat they forgot they needed to respond to Safekeeper. And I could Safekeeper again in response to your response. I mean, I don't know what their play was, but if it was like Swords of Plowshares, doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep my hand. I have the Beseiju. I've got some lands. Some fast mana. They got a Mox Diamond. Reclaimer. That represents Karakas. Okay, how hard can I afford to go here? I think I play the Lumberjack and just... Oh no, I clicked on Basic Forest. I guess I'm playing Delighted Halfling. That was not on purpose. Barely matters, but it was not on purpose. They fetched a Basic Forest and Knight of the Reliquary, who can get Karakas directly and untapped, which sucks, because I actually do have Lukka here, and if they had to rely on Reclaimer to do it, then the Beseiju would have it covered. I think I still fire here, because Atraxa is 2/3 of my hits, and she refills my hand in a way that I'm happy with. Atraxa was the hit. We got Lukka, Lotus Petal, Windswept Teeth, Lightning Bolt, and I don't try to cast Atraxa here. I don't think that's even a thing. I'm going to take the Halfling. And then I can play Lotus Petal. I can bolt the Reclaimer, but that's like not even the problem right now, but I'm not getting another chance. I'm going to clear this thing while I can and make them play catch up with Knight of the Reliquary. Because now they can't flip for Karakas and then just bash Lukka. And I can fire another creature into play next turn, and then Beseiju the Karakas that they had to get this turn. And then they need Ramanep Excavator to get back out of it. Okay, we're doing stuff. Here it goes. And they didn't even float a mana with the Forest, just being really honest about what their hand can do. There's a Karakas. Drax is in my hand. Thespian Stage. Thespian Stage is copying my Forest. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so I get to fire another monster into play here and kill the Karakas? Are you saying there's a chance? Okay, I'm going to play the Lumberjack and delete that rather than deleting another Halfling, because Halfling is just generally better. I hit the Emrakul, which means I can play Taiga, play Halfling, and Beseiju this Karakas right now. Bang! Even have a Legend. Hope they don't have two of those. Okay, pass the turn. Hope there's not a second Karakas in there. Zenith does it, second Karakas does it. I'd be surprised, but if they have something like Solitude that does it. Mazabeth doesn't help, Dark Depths doesn't help. Sylvan Library does not help. It's a permanent for Annihilator. They played a second Flagstone, so that's going to Legend roll. That's another permanent for Annihilator. Okay. Maybe they have a plan to survive an Annihilator hit, crack me back with Knight of the Reliquary. One card left in hand. Feels good. Though still just the X factor of, does their deck have a second Karakas in it? Still looming over my life here. Let's find out. I've gotten to my turn. Let's see if I'm able to get into combat. Beginning of attacks. Oh, we're in there. Annihilator is going to trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They get to keep one of these permanents, and the Flagstones will replace itself. And they did keep the Knight of the Reliquary. That's the thing I said about maybe they're going to try to solo me with that. They go to 4. And then I can plus Lukka and just see if I randomly draw a creature I can put into play. Exile 3 things that are not creatures. I can natural order for Karakas. Or not for Karakas, for Atraxa. Just saying random sounds at this point. I'm going to fetch for Dryad Arbor. Oh, I didn't even need to do this. Alright, I'm going to fetch for Dryad Arbor. And then I'll keep Halfling up. I cannot tap like that, though. Turns out green, kind of tricky. Natural order the Arbor. I'm just giving myself 2 blockers here. Another Atraxa. Reload. Oh, maybe I was supposed to actually get the Safekeeper there. Then it becomes really hard to lose. And it's already hard to lose, but it would become more hard to lose. Okay, if I take Ancient Tomb, I still can't natural order, or can I Minskin Boo with Ancient Tomb? Do I have my land drop still? Did I just fetched for that, so I don't think I do. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm 1 mana short, actually, of Minskin Boo throwing a creature at them, which, if I had just not fetched Dryad Arbor and leaned in a little harder, I wouldn't need to have Halfling in play. And I'm going to pass. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how they actually win here, but I'm gonna play it out. Grabbed a Dryad Arbor. Am I just supposed to bolt that right now? What are they even doing with that? What's the plan? I think I was supposed to bolt that in the end step. We got the GGs, though. Overcame a Karakas strategy. Finally, the curse is broken. Let's go. If you're looking to run a CEDH or 1v1 tournament, Eminence Gaming has your back with Command Tower. With Command Tower's intuitive tournament manager dashboard, you can handle decklist submission and player management with just a few clicks. Players just need to scan the event's QR code for access to the full tournament bracket, including seamless pairings and real-time standing updates. Take the guesswork out of tournament organizing. Try Command Tower for your next event. On the draw in round 4, I'm not going to keep this hand on spec. It has a ton of mana, but nothing to do. Okay, this one has a ton of mana and something to do. I'm going to keep this, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can keep the Lightning Bolt bottom a land and still play this game. Or Lotus Petal is worse than land. It's like the same thing, but doesn't actually accelerate me. I'm going to play it. Opponent's got a Ponder to kick us off. Did not shuffle. I'm going to fetch a basic Forest and play the Halfling here. If they're a Wasteland deck, I don't want that to be my squeeze place. My squeeze place. Let's not talk about my squeeze place. I'll get demonetized. I'm realizing now I actually did need the Lotus Petal to have 5 mana on turn 2. That's how that works. I needed the land. Or I needed the Petal. Speaking of Petal, we're about to get show and told. Okay, I will put in the Taiga, which hides as much info as possible. You've got an Atraxa. Let's see how you can go over the top here. I mean, I They found another show and tell and an omniscience. Son of a biscuit. I could almost go over the top here. Uncounterable Lukka, flip into some monster, and just wait. Oh, they took the Ponder over the show and tell. Okay. Oh no, I'm looking at the revealed list. They definitely kept the show and tell. City of Traders, Force Wolf, Vesuvian Drifter, Omniscience. Okay. Well, Omniscience doesn't win the game on its own. I could put a bigger, fuckier creature into play than they have access to. Oh, you're also a sneak attack deck? Jesus. Okay. Red, uncounterable Lukka. Flip it into a monster, and then see if their Omniscience is going to beat me here. Exile my Halfling. Okay, you're under the gun. They can put Omniscience into play, but depending on what the rest of their hand is, that may or may not convert. We know what 5 of their 8 cards are, and we know that those cards do not win the game, even through Omniscience. There's the City. Show and Tell is going to put in Taiga. Vesuvian Drifter, you get to look at your top card. Sneak Attack. 2 mystery cards left. Do they win the game? Atraxa does have Death Touch, so she can at least connect and clear the Lukka. Vesuvian Drifter did not trigger anything important. Letting Lukka die is fine. Having the Emrakul in play is what I need to be doing with my life right now. They could sacrifice all their permanents except for Omniscience here. It's a pretty good 1 permanent to have. Okay, attack. That is how they're approaching this. That's how I would do it too. And they know what their top card is from the Drifter. What is my best Zenith target? Probably just Allosaurus Shepherd. That's so sad. Okay, Zenith. Forced that, right, that's free. Might as well. And pass the turn. They know their top card. They know if they're dead or not. That's a good one. Good start. Maybe Brick? Brick, please? Yeah! We beat a show and tell Omniscience. Sit down and shut up. Carpet of Flowers. They do have some number of islands in their deck. Pyroblast for sure, Boseiju for sure. Cards that are mid. Lightning Bolt. You get out. I could have the Veils in here. I could have Safekeeper in case they have some bounce spells. I could just bring in all these Mindbreak traps and try to stuff an Omniscience. Like if they show and tell Omniscience, Ponder, Emrakul, just some sequence like that turns on the trap. It's not a huge deal. I shave a Chrome Mox per the usual. I actually think shaving all of my Chrome Moxes and getting the 2 carpets in on top of the things I was already talking about is a reasonable strat. Okay, running it. And now that they know my deck has Emrakul in it, they have to think at least a little bit before they just shove show and tell. And look who's here. Mommy's in my hand. If they show and tell and don't win the game, they die instantly on the crackback. I'm going to start with Carpet. Carpet, if this resolves, I can go to my second main and cast an Ignoble Hierarch off it. And then I'm set up for a turn 2 Atraxa or Minskin-Boo. And they got to respect that while also needing the full combo to go off with. And if they start on a Lotus Petal, it gets even dicier. Okay, we are going to my turn. Yes, make red. I think I just send the Minskin-Boo here. See if they're ready for this. If they start using counter spells on this sort of thing, force pitching show and tell. It's a show and tell you don't have. I am not going to represent Pyroblast here. Just get in, cause trouble, become ungovernable. Land number 3, 4 cards in their hand. Yes, and make red. It's time for Lukka. This is the same as Natural Order, except that I get a Planeswalker. Lotus Petal in my hand. Boseiju is going to be the land. Lukka, Zenith, or Halfling versus Shepherd. Halfling's probably better. I don't know. They're pretty comparable in terms of they don't really matter. Okay, these are all in my hand now. Lotus Petal can fire the Boseiju if they do put in Omniscience. I'm like not even worried about it. Okay, they're fetching here. I'm just going to go to cleanup and discard probably Zenith. Or, no, it's Natural Order. I'm going to discard Natural Order. I'm almost out of things to hit with that, and the Lukka can just get it. Okay. Moment of truth. What you got over there? They've got an Otawara. Boring. Here I thought we were going to play Magic. Thought this was America. The Carpet of Flowers only gets to make one color. I can have green, blank, blank, but I need 4 colors here. I will make green off my carpet, and I get to fire a bunch of stuff in. Halfling. This could just become another Atraxa immediately, if that's what I want to be doing with my life. And also Zenith. Do I want the Shepherd here? Kind of do. Shepherd. And then I can Zenith again for just some random creature. I think this is going to be an Ignoble Hierarch. Or the Dryad Arbor's still in there. No, that's the one you can't look at. Never mind. Never mind. I take it back. I didn't say it. Didn't take my finger off it. I delete the Ignoble Hierarch for another Atraxa. Pyroblast to the hand. That's a nice one. Minskin Boo. Another Halfling. And the Forest is pretty good here. Or I guess Windswept Heath is the same thing. Done. And I do still have my land drop because I've been sandbagging this Boseiju. I'm just going to play my land drop. This gives me Pyroblast and Boseiju. I'm not going to add more stuff to my board here. Discard 2 cards. I'm still keeping the Emrakul in the hand. Discard this extra Lukka, and if I discard Atraxa, they might be motivated to cast Show and Tell, not knowing about the Emrakul. That's what I'm hoping for here. Maybe I'm supposed to be Pyroblasting Ponders, but also, like, I have 2 ways to kill an Omniscience, and they're dead. Suddenly, from the jaws of defeat, 0-2 into a quick 2-0 rally, and we're playing for a positive record. The official BoshNRoll Island Ponder Keep shirt is now available for pre-order through Coalesce Apparel and will release in early December. These will sell out and take time to restock. The holidays are coming up fast. Place your pre-orders for yourself and the BoshNRoll fans in your life today. Coalesce is the best Magic apparel on the market, with awesome new designs coming out all the time. Use code BoshNRoll at checkout for 10% off your order at coalesceapparel.shop. I'm on the play in the final round. I have a turn 1 Minskin Boo. Keep. This is the life we live. Chrome Mox. Pitching. Orcish Lumberjack. Lotus Petal. I think keeping the second Minskin Boo for the reload is better than keeping Orcish Lumberjack for the mana reload. And if I fetch a basic land, I'm actually wasteland proof here. Please concede. We're in there. They haven't conceded, but we do have our Minskin Boo. Take a chunk. What do you got? Caracas go? I'm so sad. Already preemptively sad. But maybe they'll just die. They could also just reanimate something and beat me still. I don't know. A lot of decks in Legacy can beat this, and some can't. They took their draw step, then didn't even reveal what they're on, just packed it. If you're that far behind in a game, it's sometimes smart to not let your opponent out of sideboard. What do I even do against full blind? Nothing. Hit submit. Deck's already perfect. And my opponent conceded after I took 1 turn. Can't argue with that. There we go. I'm not even going to try, because every card in this sideboard is so polarized. It's not like we have something like Flusterstorm, which could help against combo or control. Like, every single thing is a hard target on something. This hand sucks ass. Gonna mulligan. This one, all dressed up with nowhere to go. Gonna mulligan again. This one I will keep. I'm gonna bottom the Zenith. I have a bunch of mana dorks already. If I bottom Ignoble Hierarch, I can go land, Lumberjack, Petal, Halfling, and just put them in pseudo check. Alright, I'm on a mull to 5 with an all-in deck anyway. Let's go all in. Sulfur Vent. Oh, it's Mississippi River. Okay, well, we are certainly going to get to send it here. Fetch for Taiga, Lotus Petal, Delighted Halfling, Orcish Lumberjack. Go. Turn 3 is when they start doing stuff, and unfortunately, Minskin Boo will not kill them before then. But if they have a slow hand, yeah, the Mindbreak Traps, I wish they were in right now. Ooh, City of Traders. Okay, they're on the throws juke. 34 cards revealed, Tybalt's Trickery, and around we go. Maelstrom Wanderer, yeah, we're dead. Hit a Throes of Chaos. And that regrew an Aurora Phoenix that got milled off the Tybalt's Trickery. Okay, they only had 1 Trickery and it's already gone, so if this whiffs, they actually just have a 7/5 haste, which is still pretty good. They hit Creative Technique. Disappointed. Oh, they demonstrated it. Please, Emrakul. Lotus Petal. Fine. Alright, now we probably lose. They found a creative technique, and they flipped their own Emrakul. Okay. It took turns. Barely playing the game. Mindbreak Trap, get in here. I need you. Desperately. Boseiju is not bad. Their deck can't play basics, so this is just Sinkhole. If I can fire it off and get some tempo going. Allosaurus Shepherd irrelevant. Lightning Bolt irrelevant. Surgical Extraction is not helpful. They had the Throes of Chaos, which does have Ray Trace, but if you're a blue deck and you force the creative technique off the bottom of the stack and then surgical it out before they start their cascading, it can actually break their chain, but I don't have anything that does that. This is currently 4 out, 4 in. Surgical, not where I want to be. Pyro Blast. Now that can like kill a Maelstrom Wanderer, but who cares? Okay. It is turbo bullshit with Mindbreak Trap is the plan. This is not turbo-y enough. Or let's see. If I fetch Dryad Arbor on... Nope, Dryad Arbor's the one you can't Lukka. Don't fall for it. This is a turn 2 monster. I'll keep it. And I think we bottom Chrome Mox here. Or I could bottom Lotus Petal. Yeah, I'm going to bottom Lotus Petal. And I have the turn 2 monster with Lukka. Taiga. Lumberjack pass. Caracas, that's a card you have? Cut the shit. Had enough of you. This card is bullshit. Alright, well, if Atraxa loads us up here, we could still be living life in a way that is conducive to Magic the Gathering. I'm going to use Chrome Mox first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, please don't be Emrakul. My life is pain. I'm not even going to play this City of Traders. We had a 2 out of 3 there to at least refill our hand. Heck and Caracas. Hopefully this sets them back a couple turns of development and Lukka can move forward, but now they just can pop next turn. Everything hurts. And this Ignoble Hierarch cannot be cast with the lands that I have. Exiled another one. Good news, everyone. Well, we're dead. Foiled by my arch nemesis. 5 rounds, 4 Caracas matchups. I will plus Lukka again. I exiled the Atraxa. Great. All of my monsters are in my hand. I could at least cast the Lumberjack. Literally something is happening, maybe. But Lukka doesn't hit anything anymore. Alright, this might be a game that we win with the Lukka ultimate. Or wait, no, there's another Atraxa. Why did I think one was gone already? It's not. Okay, so they had 5 mana and didn't river me. What does that mean? They kept a hand on the strength of Caracas? Alright, now I'm interacting at least. There is another Atraxa in the deck. I'm gonna attack for 1 and then flip into it. Okay. Lumberjack, do your thing. We're in Atraxa now. Taiga to my... Windswept Teeth to my hand. Lotus Petal... Oh, no. Boseiju to my hand. Lotus Petal, Ignoble Hierarch. Done. Lotus Petal can get this Ignoble Hierarch from exile into play. And now I have a multi-turn line with which to answer the Caracas. Suddenly, we're doing it. And if they bounce Atraxa in the end step, cleanup puts Emrakul back into the deck, which is where I want her. She's better there both for Lukka considerations and for if they demonstrate a creative technique. This has officially gotten weird. And the whole line is just on board here. I can channel Boseiju, flip Ignoble into Emrakul, and pass the turn. Then they have to go off into my Mindbreak Trap. Yeah, I wish I could take the time to invest in another mana dork here, but it's all right in front of me. Channel Boseiju, hit the Caracas. If they have a second Caracas, we're just back to 0. Trying it all again. Ooh, a Volcanic Island in your deck. Spicy. A removal spell also is annoying. Do they play those? Oh, something's happening. Otawara for the blowout. Okay, well, We start rebuilding from here. At least Caracas is gone. Crystal Vein. They have so much mana at this point that they could just start casting the limited creatures in their deck. Come on, a forest. If I plus Lukka and it hits Emrakul, I'm in the trash. But if it hits the Orc, exiled 3 things that are not creatures at all. And I mean, City of Traders is not helping me in my hand. A forest unlocks this, and we get to go. Lukka's back to 2, so I can present Emrakul again on the next green mana. He played a Hickory Woodlot and passed the turn. Literally, what is going on over there? Uh-oh. Taiga. Delighted Halfling from the exile zone. The bonus cards. And I can replay the other Lukka next turn. It's gonna send it another Otawara. Okay. It took some counters off the Hickory Woodlot, at least. The Halfling's back in my hand. And I do not have anything to do with this 2 mana. Guess I go to clean up and discard one of the Hierarchs. I think that's the worst card in my hand. I need them to continue spinning their wheels. I don't understand how it's turn 8 and nothing's happened yet. There's a City of Traders. There's mana in the pool. Something's happening. Looks like they're just casting a Wanderer. Okay. Wanderer, that's spell number 1. Rose. That's going to hit the Trickery. Trickery, I'm going to let that happen. They milled their Emrakul, which does trigger, but at least this is not going to hit that. Trickery, what is going on? Okay. Oh, Trickery hit Trickery? Is that possible? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Boarding Party onto the stack. Throes of Chaos. All right, I mean, they went in onto this Throws plan, which is now pretty mid. In the first Tybalt's Trickery did get shuffled in from the Emrakul, so there is another one. They hit Trickery off Trickery again? All right, please demonstrate this. Okay, I get a spell. It's Lotus Petal. Do I just sweep up the stack here, or do I let them keep going? I think they can keep going at least a little bit. Oh no, they hit the Wanderer. That's the one that punishes me for letting them keep going. Phoenix. Hit another technique. Demonstrate it. Demonstrate it. Oh yeah. They don't know how to stop. Give me an Emrakul. Okay. Delighted Halfling. Whatever. We're already this far. Go ahead. Technique again. Throes of Chaos. That whiffed. I think I let the next technique hit. If I exile the Emrakul, they have to beat me with creatures. Wow, that's so many Maelstrom Wanderers. We're in the fuck around and find out phase of the game here. Throes of Chaos. Still a brick. What happens if they get the Boarding Party? The Wanderer is just going to keep going. Are there scarier things than Boarding Party? Yes. Okay. You have the Boarding Party. There is a 6/3 in play now. A win condition has presented itself. Found another technique. Give me my Emrakul. Give me my Emrakul. Another Halfling. Okay. I'm gonna give them their technique here. Aurora Phoenix, which is gonna hit the last technique. Or no, there's throws in the deck, right? They keep working on those. Okay. I think it's time. Like, we're not quite done here, but I'm doing what I can. Because if I let too many of these just freaking creatures resolve. Oh, wow, they had a Tybalt's Trickery. Can I get my Emrakul yet? Oh, Midskimpoo. All right. There was a Trickery in hand. Now they got me. All right. Now this train is gonna eventually enter the station. There she is. Big Emrakul. Okay. They had a surprisingly interactive game of Mississippi River there. Okay, this deck kind of felt like Oopsal spells, but both less reliable in delivery and harder to win the game, even if you do deliver, which is a tough strike against it. When a deck exists that is better at doing the thing that my deck does, I always pause to think. Obviously, if you want to be a natural order deck, there are plenty of versions of Elves you could pursue. But if you do want to play Lukka, Coppercoat, Outcast, this is a pretty reasonable way to do it. As far as all-in builds go, I think you could just make this Rug and do stuff like Ponder, Brainstorm, still have the Mana Dorks. You could even still have the Zenith package if you want. We've seen plenty of decks, especially since the printing of Atraxa and with the help of Delighted Halfling just be like Bant or 4-color control, but also here's Atraxa. You could build more like that. Clearly, that's not what Avocado wanted to do. And as far as all-in shoving a monster in Gruul colors goes, little Emrakul Applejacks for you. Pretty reasonable take on it. If you do want to keep shoving, though, maybe even just going Jund for discard is a way to do it, and then you're still mostly the same deck. You have to slow down somewhere, because if you start cutting cards for other cards, it's like the Lotus Petals and the Chrome Boxes that start to get chewed up first, and then you focus on the Applejacking. Fun deck, though. Sucks against Caracas, and we played against Caracas in 4 out of 5 rounds. Tough pairings for the one card that we are most worried about, but Sylvan Safekeeper, Boseiju, we have a plan for it. You could shave some bolts or some of the petals and get a second Boseiju in the main, or just some additional Caracas insurance. That's my feedback for that. This was a fun little jaunt into the world of Gruul combo. Avocado, thank you for sharing another crazy deck with us. Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next time.